We're in volume 13. I was curious as to what the book had to say about imagination. We're on page 4554, Imagination. The conscious mental evocation of ideas or images of objects, events, relations, attributes, or processes which the subject has not experienced or perceived. In this common meaning, imagination may be contrasted with memory, which consists in the mental evocation of previous experience. Perception, memory, and imagination are essentially similar mental processes, particularly when their content consists of sensory images. Memory and imagination were at one time grouped together under the name of imagination, to include the processes of both reviving or recollecting and creating mental images. Psychologists still occasionally distinguish between passive or reproductive imagination, which consists in having mental images which were originally perceived by the senses, and active, constructive, or creative imagination, by which future or hypothetical events or objects unrelated or insecurely related to past and present reality are produced or imagined in the mind. When an imagined and a real perception are simultaneous, the imagined perception may be confused with or even mistaken for the true perception. Colored hearing and synesthesia, synesthesia, which permit of objective study and measurement, are examples of this phenomenon. The events and objects apparently perceived in dreams, sea dreaming, are examples of non-verifiable and non-repeatable exercises of imagination. In all such psychological events, imagination takes over the functions of perception. The most extreme examples of such confusion are the hallucinations suffered by the victims of any of several mental disorders. An opposite error, in which a genuine perception is assumed by the individual to be an imagined one, also exists, though more rarely, and can be induced in the laboratory under experimental conditions. In one well-known experiment, subjects are asked to imagine a scene or object on a screen upon which, unknown to them, the same scene or object is being dimly projected. The visual stimulus thus provided is almost invariably taken to be a product of pure imagination, even when it does not correspond exactly with the subject's own imagined perception. There is no photo for imagination, and I have not shared this cover photo in the past, so I will include it. It's beautiful. The three-color process. Separate engravings of the colors yellow, red, and blue are combined to reproduce the painting Jeanne Samary by Pierre Auguste Renoir in full color. I hope you've enjoyed this and have a wonderful day. Sincerest, Kimba.